It's a hot day, so we are headed down to Scoops. Gonna get us a scoop. So maybe you come to downtown Monroe, right here at the corner of Church Street and Broad. They have all these hammocks, and you can just come and chill. So here we are. You gonna lay down, baby? We figured we'd take us a break before we head to get some ice cream. And what kind of ice cream do you have right now? What kind of ice cream did you get?
I don't remember what kind I got. Chocolate chip?
I think you got chocolate chip, didn't you? Alright, so here it is, Friday morning. It's a little before 8. I've actually been reading and studying now for a couple hours, trying to work on my sermon for this coming Sunday. Certainly looking forward to that. Spiritual warfare. Talking about the tactics of Satan, the wiles of the devil this Sunday, and trying to discern that. But what I'm actually about to do is I'm going to head into my dining room, and I'm going to spend some time today remodeling. I've got my buddy Bernie is coming over. Bernie is an expert in drywall, and he's a drywall guy, so he's going to give me some advice on my walls in my dining room and tell me what I need to do. And then I also hope to tear out the ceiling today. My buddy Dalton is coming over, and they dropped the ceiling in this dining room. I don't know when they did it, but the ceiling's actually a couple feet higher, the original ceiling, and so I want to tear out the ceiling that they've dropped and raise it back up, and Morgan and I want to put some nice tiles in there. But one of the things that is absolutely important in this process is that we keep my lungs clean. And I know that may sound funny, but I'm a pastor, I'm a preacher, so I talk. Like a large portion of my responsibility as a pastor and what I do for a living is talking. And so my lungs and my airways are very important to me. And so a lot of times when I'm working outside, if I'm cutting trees or in pollen and stuff like that, I'll wear a mask. And there's going to be a lot of dust in this project. And so I actually purchased this thing. It's called a wind air filter. And my father-in-law told me about it. He's got one in his wood shop. And so it's a filtration system. And it will actually clean the air down to 5 microns. And so I wish I would have had it the other day, but I didn't. And but it's here now. And so y'all check this thing out. This is a Win 3-speed remote control air filtration system. So the first thing I'm going to do before I do anything, before I start tearing out this ceiling and stirring up all this dust, is I'm going to put together this air filtration system so that it's running in here and hopefully keep this air clean so that my lungs are nice and safe. So I can preach the word, man. So here we are in the dining room, and forgive me, this thing's crooked, but check this out. So I've hung this under this table, and it is on full speed here, and I have got constant air filtration And it's got this filter on the back side. And all it is just a fan with that filtration system. And it cleans down to 5 microns. And so hopefully while I'm in here demoing, all this sheetrock dust will not bother me. So, amen. Praise the Lord. Another thing that I've learned just in my day is another way to keep dust down is to keep things wet. And so I got this sprayer right here, and I'm constantly just pumping this thing up, spraying the air, spraying the floor, and what that does, especially with fine dust like sheetrock dust, if you'll spray it, and it's just water in here, that's all it is, it'll help cut down on your dust, and it makes the dust, those fine particles, instead of getting up in the air, it'll make them clump up and fall to the ground. So I'm spraying the ground, I'm spraying the air, and then before I pull down a section of the sheetrock, I'm actually spraying above and spraying the sheetrock and just trying to get it damp. Alright guys, so that was not bad at all. Uh-oh, 1 second, wife's calling. Hey babe. Alright guys, so back at it. Sorry I had to talk to my wife and kids, but I just wanted to give you a life lesson right here, okay? A lot of times people will never do anything and they'll never be successful in life because of a couple things. One, they fear failure. Like, I'm not a carpenter, okay? And so I'm just going to jump in here and get going and try to figure this thing out as I go. And then if I can't figure something out, I'll call somebody. And you can't mess up what's already broken, right? That's an important lesson in life. And so you got to be willing to take a chance, take a risk. And then, second to that is you got to be willing to make a mess. A lot of times people will never accomplish anything because they don't want to be messy. And the Bible says, where there is no ox, the crib is clean. But then it says, but much increase is by the strength of the ox. So, having said that, I tore out my ceiling, which I'm super excited about because I'm going to go back with a new ceiling. But look at this mess. I mean, look at this. So that's what I tore out. Y'all check this out. Alright, you ready? Here we are in downtown Monroe on the square. They're having a little concert here. First Friday concert. So the fam and I are having a picnic. We'll have some KFC, chicken in a bucket with some biscuits, and enjoy a concert together.
Hey Nathan, what are y'all doing? What are y'all working on? The dining room. What happened to the floor? He's gonna toss you under the house?
So here I am trying to fix this hole in the floor, and all of the floor vents in the house to the AC unit are missing the top on them. And so I wanted to take this one apart so that I could move it so I could fix this floor. Look at this. I take this thing apart. A can of tomatoes falls out. A can of tomato sauce. A phone charger plug, a USB port. I mean, look at this. There is all kinds. There is sprinkles. A whole thing of chocolate. I mean, look at this. Stuffed animals. Everything. Kids been dropping stuff down here for years. I tell you, children. headed over to Stars and Strikes. This is once a year we have something called Family Fun Day at Ebenezer. Normally we get a big tent and have a huge cookout and just volleyball, cornhole, a lot of things going on at the church. And this year we're trying something different. We rented part of Stars and Strikes, and so the whole church, we're going bowling and like there's bumper cars, laser tag, there's arcade, and so this should be pretty fun. All right, Nathan, good job, man. Oh, Caroline, good job, baby. Woo! Good job. All right, good. You get to go again. Hey, you get to go again. How are you gonna do it? Push it real hard. Push it hard, baby. Push it hard. Push it.